Oh yeah, I've been waiting for the show to premiere for like the last ever. I'm like, oh my god. When well, I guess we can talk about that now. When Ray got got released, then I was like, dang, I lost my uncensored show, and now it's like I got another one. So welcome everybody. This is the first ever. I guess you can call us the pilot if you want to go that way. This is the first ever wrestling underground party where we talk about all things wrestling uncensored. So guys, feel free to say whatever you want. I only ask one thing only. Please be respectful to everybody in the chat and everybody that's on as the guest here. With that in mind, shout outs to everybody that's here. Shout outs to all the guests. Let's go for it. Let's go for the here we go. I forgot Banner up. Banner, please do your thing. There we go. We in. Don't judge me. So right now, let me introduce the guests first, and then we'll go from we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot. Ooh, guess what? Watch this. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
A whole lot of shit.
All right. So first, if you notice, on my left, I had to say my left. Always put a Joe there. On my left, the one and only Jeff from the Insiders. Jeff, what's going on?
What's up, man? I'm excited for this, man, because I get to say shit and I don't have to, worry about it and worry about what time it is and all that stuff. I get to say some stuff, so that's good. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, anytime. Like we're family, so I had to bring the family on. So like here we go. The other one is Jesse Calvin Corner. Jesse Calvin Corner, what's going on?
It's all good here, and yeah, you don't know if I'm on your left or your right or where, huh?
No, I do not. I like you're like one of those like women guys or something. I don't know.
Like a ghost, I'm just hovering around.
Right. So I was like, for one thing, I was like saying Jesse on this show. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be really funny.
I've been on one of these before.
Oh yeah, now it's really uncensored now. By the way, before I that's my other guess. By the way, if you're like under the age of 18, you might want to get the fuck out. Just saying because we I don't want to get in trouble for anything I say, and then next thing you know, people come after me. I'm not that type of guy, so we're just having fun here. So please, if you're under the age of 18, we'll go 17 because I started listening to cussing when I was at 17. So you're under the age of 17, might want to be the kid. Last but not least, the one, the only, another brother of mine. I have one of my brothers on the left. I got my other brother on the bottom somewhere, or wherever he is in the universe. See wrestling. See, what's up?
Fuck Dave Meltzer. You knew they had to be my first words, and I've been holding this in. My God, it smells of fish in this stream. Wonder what that is.
Oh,
So we started. Everybody gonna be like, fish? Where'd that come from? Fish? Big inside joke with BC Wrestling and Calicore, but we can go ahead and talk about it. Some random reason. C decided to call Jesse a fish. And next thing you know, we got fish.
It just became a thing, didn't it?
Yeah, it just became a thing. When Jesse's birthday came around, I said a gif of a fish.
Oh, it's really been a month since this joke has started, hasn't it?
It really has. All right, people. As for what is this show is about? What is this show? We get to talk all things wrestling in an uncensored way. Guess what, guys? We don't even have to talk about wrestling. If you don't want to. It is a wrestling where we have to put some kind of wrestling into it, right? So also, once again, do not be disrespectful in the chat or anyone of the guests on here. That's the only thing I ask. Otherwise, let's have fun. Say whatever you want other than that. On that note, speaking of being disrespectful, so we get to the NXT side. You know this coming, Mr. NXT, right? So NXT. First, we get the logo. I'm gonna ask all the guests about the logo in a minute, how they feel about it. I'm also going to tell how they feel about the quote unquote rumor that it got killed about Vince McMahon. Wait, not just Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard doing the production for NXT. I did not believe this. I was like, what the hell? Like blah 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 blah. Right? One reason I think C did this also. I did not put a tweet out after that. I did not put a tweet out and say how I feel. I'm like, hold on for a minute. That don't sound right. So I'll go with Jeff first.
Oh, boy.
Let's go how you feel about the logo. And the whole stupid rumor that we got with the whole Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard taking over NXT.
The logo, I don't have a problem with. Like I don't have a problem with it. Whatever they want to do, it's all good. I mean, yeah, does it look like a paint bucket threw up in several different shades? Yes, but I don't have a problem with it. However, anyone that knows me knows I don't mince my words when it comes to Tweedledee and Tweedle dipshit over at the Observer and good old Meltzer and Alvarez. People know I don't mince my words. Here's what I equate them to. You ever blow your nose and like there's this one booger that you just cannot get out, and like you keep blowing and it doesn't come out, and you take the tissue and you run it up your nose and that kind of thing, it still won't come out. That's what those two are. They're boogers that just are persistent and annoying as hell, and I can't stand them. And I think at this point people need to realize something. They don't give a crap about accuracy when it comes to WWE. Like, they have AEW's balls so firmly planted in their mouth that they look like chipmunks storing nuts away for winter. Like, that's what they look like. They're a bunch of ball licking. Let me stop. I can't stand them, and I feel sorry for anyone who actually puts any stock into things that they say, especially now. But yeah, I mean, they're just a bunch of ass kissing jerk offs, in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time a rumor comes out, they pop and say something like, and then you really have to think about it. Like, think about it. Is that really true or not? I mean, Vince, like doing stuff with NXT, that's kind of weird because he already got one terrible show as it is. Or one, do you want to add another one? Like, I don't want to mess up this show too, and then it's all bad, and then whatever. I don't see you guys say something, but Jesse, what's your thoughts
on the NXT logo? To be fair, I don't actually hate the logo. It is a completely different feel. I get it and everything, but as a logo in itself, I actually think it's kind of cool, to be fair. But does it say hardcore like the original one? No, not at all. But in terms of the design aspect in general, I actually like it. But I get what people's frustration is. I think that we should just wait and see what happens with the product. I'm happy that rumor was just a rumor, and I almost want to laugh at everyone who believed that clown who spread the rumor, because the guy's an idiot. I don't know why anyone listens to Alvarez or any of them clowns. But alas, we all listened. Well, I didn't. I just listened to everyone else. But then I heard it was a rumor and was like, y'all were wrong. Anyway. But I'm very glad it's just a rumor. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, like, and that was coming from Jesse, who's the nicest person in here. I mean, we're all nice, but you know. Just saying. I mean, we let's put it like this. We speak our mind in a different kind of way. Let's put it like that. C, this ought to be good. C, what you got?
So on the logo, I quite like it. And the only reason I quite like it is not because of the design, because it's totally different to what we had before. And it says that they want to rebrand. It says they want to do something different. So that's cool. As for, what did you call them, Jeff? I can't hear him.
You muted.
Boogers, ball lickers, or what? I mean, I got a few names for them. Shit stains.
We can go with all of the above. All of the above.
Okay. All right.
I don't understand why anyone today still listens to Meltzer and Alvarez. How many times do they have to be proven wrong? How many times do they have to insult WWE superstars? How many times do they release a story and we go, anger, anger, anger? And the next day we find out it wasn't true or partially not true. And they just kept that little bit of info from you because it makes you hate the WWE a little bit more. Now, WWE's got a lot of faults. Fuck Vince McMahon for a lot of things. But when he hasn't done something, you can't blame the man for something. So it's a struggle. It's a real struggle.
Yeah, it's Meltzer and Alvarez is like I said before, they're like the toilet water in my toilet. They're I want to shit on all the time.
I was thinking they were more like the toilet when the handle breaks and you can't flush it and you've gone a few times. But
they're the log that you can't flush,
or the nugget.
Or the nut. You know what? Instead of a booger, they're the pesky nuggets that are left over that you can't get rid of. You just keep flushing, and they just won't go anywhere. And you're like, just go down the damn drain already. Just go down the damn drain, and they won't go anywhere. That's what they are.
Your new stream is 13 minutes in, and it's already gone to shit.
Exactly like I wanted to. That's exactly how I wanted to.
He said no pun intended.
Like, wait. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say this. Ready? This stream is the shit already. Oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. No, I'm just kidding. Who's gonna stop me? Shout outs to everybody that's in this chat. I'm sorry, I forgot that. I forgot that part. Real quick, we can do this fast. Dan T. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, if you guys would like to ask any questions in the chat, I'm gonna ask anything the guests would like to talk about. That's the other thing we're gonna do on the show. And I also got something else to too. I'll tell you guys if you guys went to in the insider chat earlier. Anyway, if you guys would like to ask a question to any of us, feel free, or all of us, go ahead and do it now. It could be anything you want in wrestling, or it could be anything tasteful in the world right now. All right. Dan T, welcome to the party. William Hensey, welcome to the party. J Hub, welcome to the party. Why this ain't going down? Brian Coleman, welcome to the party. The Will Jackson Fett, welcome to the party. I haven't seen you guys, a lot of you guys in a minute. Jeez. Shy Rose, welcome to the party. Chris, my favorite testicles. Oh my God. He already started already. Stop it. How do you do that without that? Look. Jeff is in the party. Let's see, anybody. Dude, what the heck? Everything Pro Wrestling. Welcome, Conrad, to the party. Shout out to you. I know I saw. There he is. Joe, welcome to the party. Shout out to you from the Insiders. Shout outs. Keep the score real quick and see anybody else. There's a lot of people coming in. Jesse Calicore is in the party. Oh man. You know who we missing in this group? And besides Joe, you know who else we missing in this group? And I wish she was here. Jody. She would love this. She would love this.
Yeah, where is she tonight?
Work probably, knowing her. So here's the thing. So the first thing is, in the future, when we come back to the show as a regular show every single Friday. By the way, I meant to tell you guys. So this show is going to be every Friday after what's it, Rampage? I forgot the name of the show. Every Friday after Rampage. So it'll be back to the original spot that we had the after party on and all that stuff. So that's what we that. Also, guess what? See, you gonna love this. We are also adding a Drinking with Tazzy segment on the show. Yes, Drinking with Tazzy, which I know all you guys is going to love that.
I'll be drinking soda.
Boring.
Boo.
I'll say what's in my cup of soda if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah,
corn syrup and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I had to stay sober because I have a birthday weekend this weekend, so I was like, I actually want to stay sober today. Because that's probably the only time. Are your regular Friday streams still PG? Yes, this show will be on Fridays and it'll not be PG. It'll be like it is right now. So it's every Friday when we start back. The only time we probably won't be able to do it if I have a Friday event, a DJ Friday event, and we probably won't be able to do it, obviously. But that's going to be very rare, very rare, very rare. So just saying. Like I said, we're not going to be here long. I told everybody it's only going to be an hour, no more than an hour. It could be less or whatever. So I'm going to give this is a perfect time. This is the perfect time. I will let each one, I guess, bring a topic out to the out here, and we'll talk about it. Look, I had a rum and Coke for dinner. That's about right. Rum and Coke. That's actually my first ever drink. Honestly, that's crazy because I don't really drink clear like that no more. By the way, for Chris and Wes. What's your favorite Swisher? I can actually say that now. What's your favorite Swisher? Is it grape? Is it strawberry? Everybody like, wait, what? All right. Sorry, Jesse, to put you on the spot. Do you have anything to talk about?
No, anything at all? Like anything in the whole entire world?
I mean, I would prefer wrestling, but if it's anything in the world, go for it. If we know the topic, yeah.
Shoot, I am on the spot. See, you should probably come back to me.
Do you want me to come back to you?
I was totally replying to someone who was amazed that they saw a certain YouTuber's ad on the beginning of one of their videos. I was just like, oh, and I'm just
Interesting.
I got a bit distracted, so you should come back to me.
Joe said fish hits.
Oh gosh, Joe.
So I don't know if anybody was in. I think that was literally my last after party, actually.
Hey Jesse, I'll do you a deal, okay? If you tell me to shut the fuck up on this stream, we will never, ever mention the fact you smell a fish again.
We're going to have to keep the joke up.
What?
Huh?
The option is there.
The option
Oh.
is not an option I'm taking. Y'all can
Okay,
make
Fishy.
jokes all you want because it's not making it any truer. And yeah, at least we're bringing all the people in the chat a lot of entertainment, and apparently we're bringing everyone who's actually on this voice chat portion a lot of entertainment too.
I'm very entertained.
Very entertained. Very entertained.
See?
On that note, all right, see, you got anything? I know you have a lot on your mind. Go for it.
Do you know what? I'm going to talk about something positive. Braun Strowman. With what he's doing with EC3, that looks really cool. It looks like he's actually now going to be called Titan. So if you watch the end of the video, if you flip reverse the final bit of audio, he actually says, "Free the Titan." They will have a match. It's exclusive to pay-per-view. It's only about $4, I think. And you can watch EC3 versus Braun Strowman. It's a cinematic style match for the Free the Narrative. So we'll basically see him free Titan. October 1st, I think that is, yeah.
I am down for anything like that. I think Jeff can agree with this. Anything like that, I'm totally down. Just to see Braun Strowman in some kind of capacity back where, you know, I'm totally down. I like that. Jeff, you agree?
I'm there. I love that. I mean, honestly, with EC3, seeing what he did with Moose, seeing what he did with Cardona, I'm excited to see what he does with Braun. So yeah, I'm definitely in on that.
Yeah, because what he did with EC3, I mean, what EC3 did with Moose, it basically changed Moose's whole character. Now you got this character that's like, which actually reminds me of another topic. I'll hold on for that for a second. And I am impressed how Moose been the last year since that happened, because he's been on top of the world. But yeah, and since I have you, Jeff, go for it. Would you got anything
that I want to talk about, or that I want to get people's thoughts on?
Both.
Okay. It's a good question. And I'm kind of running through because there's a lot that I want to ask. But I want to get people's honest opinions on CM Punk being back and being in AEW. I want to get people's honest opinions. Don't give me some bullshit. Give me an honest opinion, because I really want to know, like, how people think this is going to go. And what do you see for him? Are you excited that he's back? So that's where I'll start with that.
All right. Well, anybody want to start before I go? Because I've been burning my head for like a minute. See, you want to go before I go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So I am genuinely excited to see Punk wrestle Sunday. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know, like the whole promo on Wednesday about can he still go? I don't know. We don't know. I'm a bit concerned after the interaction he had on Dynamite, because he looked really out of breath. He was sweating buckets, and all he did was lay down and hit a GTS. So I'm very concerned for his stamina, but at the same time, hopefully he can address that by Sunday. Hopefully. And it's just, what does he do? This is the question for me, because I don't want him to go straight into a title feud or anything like that. I want Hangman Page, the story they've been trying to give us for a year, it seems. And I know that things, have happened. That's why he's not on the show, apparently. But I just want that match. And if they take that match away because of Punk, I'm not happy.
Yeah, I agree. Jesse, before I go for it.
Can you repeat the question?
How do you feel about CM Punk being back, being at AEW, and what do you think he does while he's there?
Well, first I'm going to say that I agree with everything that C just said. But I think that Punk being back, it's a feel good moment. I'm happy for all of his fans because they got something that they've been wanting and ranting for the last 7 years. And when he did return, it was one of those moments where I was just like, this is really nice, like even I enjoyed it. And I'm not even a Punk fan. So I'm probably like the only non-Punk fan in the wrestling planet, but I'm not a Punk fan. So yeah, but I was happy for everyone else. I guess the question is what they do with him. If he's like, like C said, if he's going to be like in feuds with the title or something and taking light from other wrestlers. I mean, when he wrestles with Darby, he should lose. So I guess we'll see what happens there. I really think he should lose to Darby if he really wants to put him over. And yeah, I'm also curious about how he wrestles since he has some weird new philosophy that involves not practicing at all and saying it's easy, it's good, I can do this without practicing, without ever stepping in a ring and just kind of like making sure I can actually still do this. Yeah, it should be interesting, but I'm going to watch it and enjoy it nonetheless, no matter how he does. I just hope that they don't take the spotlight away from guys who should have it because of him being back, which is what I feel like they'll do, but I guess we'll see.
I think that's the problem with AEW now is there is a genuine concern that these new people coming in are big names. And what happens to that homegrown talent? Now, a lot of people will say, yeah, but look how they've integrated Darby Allin with CM Punk. That's fine. Darby wins or loses against Punk. Punk and Darby will be absolutely fine, depending what you do next with Darby Allin. And it's okay to put them in a match, but is it the right thing to do? We just have to wait and see. But it is a concern because you think if they do sign Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, Bray Wyatt, that's a lot of big star power. They're going to overshadow people.
Go ahead.
Huh? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the worst part is that not only are they going to overshadow people who are already there, but I feel like they're going to then start overshadowing each other. And then they'll be in the land of the forgotten. Every time a new one comes along, they're going to forget about the one that came before them.
That's a good point. I think it's great for wrestling overall. Honestly, never was a huge fan of him, but seeing the reaction was pretty amazing. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. That was like a big moment and everything like that. But have you guys noticed Wednesday? It wasn't a big reaction like it was. Have you guys noticed that? Like on AEW yesterday or the day before?
I was shocked. I only found out on the insider stream from James the ratings for last night. It's not something I usually seek out. It's something I usually just see or get tagged in. But I hadn't been, and I didn't know they were even out. But the fact that they dropped like 100K viewers. Now, okay, it's still over 1 million. It's still very good for them. But I didn't expect the CM Punk hype to die that quick. That's just not something I expected at all. I expected them to continue climbing, especially just before All Out.
All right. First of all, I'll say this: when CM Punk was wrestling in WWE and all that, I was a big fan. I ain't gonna lie, I was a big fan. I actually went to see him on a house show. He's actually a really good worker in the ring. And he actually pretty good on the mic. That's what I liked about him. But his attitude was pretty bad. His attitude, and he's not a really good guy to be actually having in the backstage. He might be different now. It might be wrong. I could be wrong. But here's what I feel. AEW, and I hate to say this, about what AEW do well, is going down the line of WCW. They're slowly forgetting about their homegrown talent and bringing people in. I mean, it's okay you add you added Daniel Bryan. Perfect. Because Daniel Bryan is going to put people over. Who else we added? Who else they added in the last couple of weeks? Aleister Black. That's fine. But here's the one problem about the Aleister Black thing. What are you doing now with him? after this whole thing with him and Cody, He's in the back of the shuffle. What happened? He might as well be back on SmackDown where he was supposed to be in the first place. Anyway, what else? Yeah, I really feel like that, man. I really think they should have kept on doing what they was doing. The homegrown talent, pushing them up, rising them up, because then here's the funny part. You guys ready for this? You guys remember when Hall and Nash left and everything, and a lot of other people followed them? Have you seen the theme here with AEW? People get released from WWE and go to AEW, and next thing you know, they got so much talent they don't know what to do with it. And then next thing you know, slowly, how you see it? Here's something funny. We possibly, a lot of those homegrown talent, they might end up either in Impact or WWE on the NXT roster if they're young enough and they're perfect fit for WWE. I'm just saying I get the whole CM Punk thing. I get you want a big thing because you say you're not in competition with WWE, but you add a CM Punk and give him all the money. Yeah, you lied. Liar.
You know, it is interesting that you talk about the homegrown talent, because that's exactly the pitch that this NXT has apparently got. Is now it's like roles reversed from what AEW promised at the start. WWE seem to want to now deliver that. They are going after people that they can train, and they're going to pick homegrown talent that they can put through the system and become megastars. Whereas AEW is starting to rely on the legends, and it is a bit of a role reversal, maybe.
Yeah, and everyone complained when it was WWE doing that.
Yeah,
I have another question for you, because Tazzy, you brought up a comparison, but I want to bring up another one. Do you think they're going more of the WCW route, or do you think they're going TNA Impact 2005 era when they started bringing in Booker T, Angle, Christian, all those guys? Which one do you think is the more, if that's how you feel, which one do you think is the more apt comparison? And that's for everybody.
Well, WCW went out of business completely.
I would say WCW. And I think to be fair, Tony Khan said he is a massive WCW fan. So it's easy to probably draw parallels because it's probably where he got inspiration from. But, you know, Dynamite, Nitro. Dynamite, Nitro. All of a sudden you've got a 1 hour show on a Friday. That's exactly what Thunder was. And now they want Dark to have a WCW worldwide theme. Like, they do want to be WCW, because in fairness, WCW is the only alternative that's ever rivaled Vince. So if you're going to base your product on anything, WCW is a really good sort of base to start from. So,
yep. I agree with the WCW thing. I think the only thing I wish Vince would have did is have that core as a Bray Wyatt. You should, as a Bray Wyatt, as a Aleister Black. They was young enough where they're like, okay, we're gonna build around these guys, and then we're gonna start bringing homegrown talent up to help them. That's the perfect group. You had Roman Reigns, you had Seth Rollins, who's a homegrown talent, by the way. Yeah, man. It's basically, I'm literally, even though they lost two big prize possessions as a WWE, they're slowly going back to the way it was back in the day. You remember the aggression era? You remember when they had to, they lost Stone Cold, they lost The Rock, they lost all that talent, and they start bringing people up, aka a Brock Lesnar, a John Cena, and all that. I'm slowly seeing that, because you technically got a quote unquote Brock Lesnar coming up through NXT in a minute. So, yeah, man, they're definitely turning to WCW with all the talent, and let's see what they do with it. They're not doing well because like the ratings are still the same.
But let's not lie though, WCW, they didn't rival Vince for the longest time, and then a few signings later they did, and they beat them for the longest time. And it was only WCW's own stupidity that actually lost them that war. So if Tony's smart, then you could do what WCW did, beat Vince, and then don't get cocky with it and just keep the momentum going. As long as he keeps the momentum going, then he could easily overcome WWE.
Yeah. J Hud. This is why I'm so critical of AEW, because they said from the start they would be a different company focusing on new talent, but everything is the old WWE talent. But who hasn't been in WWE the last 20 years? I feel talent comes from everywhere. Davidson, Rollins, and ROH. Yeah, they both came from ROH. Yeah. It's crazy because it's so different. It's so weird that we get the same thing after 20 years. That makes sense. We're getting the same thing. It's like we rewind, and now we got a modern day version of what we saw in the 90s, the late 90s, and the early 2000s. It's so weird.
The good thing for wrestling fans though is, as much as Vince on screen might say this is not competition, Brock Lesnar coming back was proof that's competition. The fact he's rewriting scripts, wanting to put on a better show. Raw might not have been the show you was expecting, but it was still a decent show this week. NXT's getting a complete revamp. Like, he's up in his game because he knows this is a war. So it's going to benefit us as viewing fans, 100%.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I mean, you see what Impact doing. Their wrestlers. Here's the main reason why WWE is not, in that whole Bound for Glory thing. They're like one big bunch of. They're like have a bunch of companies all in one. Does that make sense? It's like one company's in one, and so you already have all your brands and stuff like that. It's separate brands. They don't have like what see, I'll call them WCW already. You don't have what AEW has, as in they don't have separate brands. Does that make sense? It's all one show. There's all one show and then the same show, and all of them are on the same show. So they had to add a different show like Impact. They had to add a different show like ROH. They had to add a show separate. So they had to do that. WWE don't need to do that because they got separate brands.
I have got a question for Jeff, because I know Jeff is like the biggest Impact fan I know. Okay, and this is really just anyone can answer it, but this is directly to Jeff. So this is from a quote from Tony Khan today on a media call, and he said the fact that AEW work with other promotions like Impact and NWA, that makes them the biggest wrestling company in the world. Do you agree or disagree?
The fact that AEW works with them, makes them the biggest. Makes the other companies the biggest, or AEW?
AEW the biggest.
I would disagree with that.
I thought you might.
I disagree with that. And listen, I think when it comes down to it, is it great for wrestling that all of these companies are working together? Yes. But to say that you're the biggest wrestling company in the world because you're kind of facilitating some of these, cross promotion things, that's just not the case. I mean, I hate going here, but I'm going to go here. The ratings would dictate otherwise. I think if that were the case, a lot more casual fans would be watching AEW. Now, I I think that's coming. I don't think that that's like a closed door. I think it's coming, but I don't think that makes them, anything other than a really good conduit for things that wrestling fans have been asking for years.
Mhm.
I don't think it automatically makes them the biggest company. It just, yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, until WWE's doors close, in my opinion, they're always going to be the biggest company. I think when it comes down to it, I don't think the competition or the conversation needs to be about who's the biggest company. It needs to be back on who's the best product.
Mhm.
And I think, I hope he doesn't start missing the forest for the trees trying to say that they're a bigger company when in reality, I don't even think that should be a focus.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm not even going to. I'm just going to say ditto. That's all I'm going to say on that one because for you to even say that, especially they only been around for what 2 months, 2 years. You can't do that yet. You can't do that. I plead the fifth. Nah, we don't play the fifth here. We say what we want to say. But anyway, yeah, I agree with Jeff on that. We'll definitely see on that. um, the other thing I want to say is, this is my topic. I am liking. Oh, by the way, shout outs to Kyle Larson that popped in. I'm sorry I didn't get to you earlier. Apologize for that. And who cares who's in the front or who isn't? The company who is in the front depends on the fans who watch it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could agree. I do want to say this because we know we're all WWE fans. Uh, I want to give you guys take on how the main supposed to be the main show is improving now. Uh, so I'll start with Jeff on this on Monday Night Raw improving and what you see that they're improving of. Because I see a lot of improvement on Monday Night Raw right now.
I think they're finally giving us something different. That's the main thing. Like you with some companies, especially WWE, sometimes they fall into this pattern of, well, I think this matchup is this way. Fans like this matchup or they like the matchup the first time. So we're just going to keep going with it, maybe because these people work well together. Whereas I think the last few weeks it's been about giving us something completely different and seeing other people kind of out there in front of the spotlight. I think Damian Priest is the biggest beneficiary of all of this because I mean, in my opinion, he's a star. Um, whether that's in the main event picture right now or 3 months from now or whatever it is, I think he's a guy that you can kind of build a show around. It's just about putting him in those spots so he can prove himself. Um, I think I really enjoy what they're doing. I still think that they're going to do more things to continue to improve, but I'm enjoying it. I think the one thing, and I'll say is, and I know this is kind of off topic, but not really. I feel like fans have been conditioned to hate anything that WWE does. Like they'll always find the fault in it, even though they're trying to do things differently. And that's why sometimes you can't listen to fans because fans talk out of both sides of their mouths. So one day they may say, "Oh yeah, push Damian Priest," and then the next day, how can you put him over Drew and Sheamus in a triple threat match? They're former champions. How can you do that? Well, how can you elevate a guy unless he goes over people that have been at the top before? How can you really give him that spotlight in that moment if you never give it to him?
Mhm.
So, I think people have been conditioned to always kind of hate on stuff and say, oh, well, WWE sucks, it's Vince, blah, blah, blah. But it, how about giving it a chance? How about seeing where it goes as opposed to always crapping on something that, that's new and unique? I mean, give it a chance to ride it out.
Yeah, I agree. I actually want to add to this, add to the Raw thing. I do want to say something. I've been wanting to say something for a minute, but I can't say it without cursing. But now I can't. What the fuck did they do with my boy? What? That's the mess. What happened? What did he do? I knew something. I knew something bad was going to go when he first got out of Raw and he lost. I'm like, what the? Karrion Kross should be the biggest thing, the biggest person that go up to that main roster right now. But you got him in a mask with suspenders on. Without his girlfriend, by the way, I would be mad too, by the way. And there's no reaction. There's no reaction for him when he walks out of the crowd. There's no smoke, there's no fireworks, there's no nothing. He's just walking out. What happened? But that's my take overall. Everything else I'm liking. I like the improvement. I think they're going to start pushing John Morrison too. That's the other thing too. I noticed that. I have noticed Damian Priest. I like that. There's so much other things. I think they need to. I see what they're doing with Nia Jax. I see them keep doing what you're doing. Just be careful. Just you can make her a monster. You can make her into a monster heel, aka what they're thinking about doing with Keith Lee. Bravo if they do that. That's a must. That's a must. It gets a character a refresh. Everybody needs
I would have Nia right now win the women's championship and then drafted a SmackDown with the title, and I'd have her join the Bloodline. She's been paying tribute to Rikishi for a reason.
That's a good. I like that.
That's a smart way. It did more likely Sasha's coming to Raw. I think that's a brilliant idea because she could do multiple stuff. Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley. I'm down. We could probably see the tag team of. By the way, don't forget Toni Storm is around. I'm not gonna forget about Toni Storm. Just saying.
Well, I try not to forget, but I ain't seen her in a few weeks.
No, I can't forget about Thunder Dice. Just saying. I think she's a good worker. I think she should. I think they screwed up and put her SmackDown. I think she'd be better on Raw. Honestly, there's a lot. There's a 3-hour show. You got to do some things. You got to do some things to make it. But see, I know you got a lot to talk about. Raw, what'd you think?
So the last few weeks, I've enjoyed it. Like as Jeff said, they have been trying to give us new stuff, and I think with the draft coming up, we're going to have a lot of new stuff because new superstars means fresh matches. It's really hard, I think, for them because a lot of these guys have been there a long time. So we've seen Randy Orton versus most of the roster already. So it's very rare you can find a fresh match for him. And maybe that was part of the reason for Bray being released and like Braun, because They have been around for a long time, and what do you do next with them? Who do they face that's not a rematch if they are trying to freshen things up? I've got no idea if that's true, no idea at all. But it's just seemingly the focus now is fresh stuff. So,
yeah. Real quick, we have 10 more minutes because I am not going to more than an hour because we don't need to be going to more than an hour. Jesse, real quick, and then we'll get our final thoughts and call it a night.
Yeah, I agree with everyone. I think that I think Raw's been better for the last few weeks. I've actually enjoyed it. The thing I'm most happiest about is no rematches. The only one that was remotely a rematch was something that was like, yeah, I can enjoy that. Like it was, I think it was Riddle versus AJ or whatever, and a couple weeks ago, and I enjoyed it. It was a great main event and everything. So I like what they're doing with that. I feel like they do a few weird things. I completely agree with you on carrying across them. That mask is goofy and them suspenders are worse. So it felt awkward watching him come to the ring the other night because I was just like, man, he's just walking there. He got nothing. He got nothing but suspenders and a face mask. And I wasn't digging it. He's still awesome in the ring and everything, but I'm just like, come on, man. Come on. Where is Scarlett? Where the heck is Scarlett? So yeah, so I'm not a fan of what they're doing with him, but I am a fan of seeing that they're making changes on Raw. Only I do wish that they didn't change the matches that they had previously scheduled. They gave us a week in advance for the first time ever, and then they canceled 2 out of the 3 that they gave. So yeah, I'd rather them not do that, but I mean it actually is fine because the one that they replaced that one with, that triple threat, was actually really good. So yeah, positives. I'm happy Raw is getting better, and I pray it continues to get better and doesn't turn back to crap again.
Not only if he's wearing suspenders, but he's not even wearing them correctly. That was awesome. I did see on Instagram. I'm on Instagram because I have to for DJ work, and I did see Scarlett on a story watching Karrion Kross in the match. So I'm like, I hope they ain't thinking what I'm thinking they're doing. That's the other thing. I'm like, why would you do that? Because that'd be a perfect package. But if she end up getting the boot,
I'm telling you now, they had to take her off TV because her mask wasn't ready.
She gonna have what? She gonna have like kind of like a what you go about Vader mask, kind of like but all black.
You know,
please not be true. Please don't be true. Please don't be true.
if Vince put her in a mask, I'd be heavily surprised. But on the mask thing, I wouldn't even. Cross don't need a mask, but if they're going to give him one, they could at least do a better job at designing it.
In fairness, the mask, I really don't think the mask is the problem. I think it's just the production. Like, if you had him come out in that mask, doing his normal NXT entrance, with Scarlett beside him, going to the ring, murdering someone, and actually someone relevant, not Humberto Carrillo, Drew McIntyre. Like, someone of relevance that fans can go, whoa, like, they're really behind Cross. That's cool. Like, you've got to give him some relevancy. And the suspenders, they've got to go. They've got to go. The mask, it's not an issue. If it's just an entrance mask, it's not an issue. Just make what he does cool, and people will be fine with it.
I can agree with that.
People say, don't give them no ideas. You get like that. Well, they said listen to the fans. Oh my God, Vince!
Damn you, Vince! You only listen when we talk crap.
Right, Vince, you need to retire, man. Hurry up and retire, please. And that's the other thing, but we can talk about that a different day because we're not going to have time for that. We got 6 minutes.
You see Draven's comment right above Joe, right under Brian's that you just read. Not a Vader mask.
Not a Vader mask. It'll be a vital mask with ice. That's enough.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, wowie.
Wow. We really going into that, really? Okay. That's enough. So real quick, before I get my full thoughts and hear this out, and to get the famous C word later. Let's get our last thoughts.
You want the famous C word?
No, see, wrestling's favorite word. Oh wait, that's probably fuck, huh? Your goodbye word. Let's roll with that.
I know.
Let's get. Oh my god, that's gonna be bad. I have a bad feeling about this. Jesse, give me your last thoughts, and then we'll get everybody's thoughts in. Jesse, what's your last thoughts?
My last thoughts are very few because I'm the first person talking again. but I'm happy that Raw is getting better, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with all this new stuff. I won't judge NXT because I don't know what they're going to do yet. So that's my thoughts. I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I hope it's awesome because I'm gonna be all positive and stuff.
C, go for it.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Brian Alvarez. Jesse smells of fish.
And C smells of feet.
You just have to do a horrible comeback and insult me. Like, that's not really nice, is it?
Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Chip, go for it.
Mine is a little bit different. It's not as I do agree. I don't know about the fish stuff. I'm not in on all of that, so I might have to get more of an education on the origins of that. I wholeheartedly agree with C's sentiments, however, on Alvarez and Meltzer. And the last thing I'll say is this: be kind to one another. That's it. Be kind to one another.
That's a brilliant segue because I was just about to say something. Like social media, in the chats, whatever you guys at, you do not know what people are going through. So please, guys, be kind to each other. Like I said, this is the one reason why we can have fun doing this. I didn't want nobody to be disrespectful to each other, which we never have. But honestly, you guys did a great job tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Appreciate my guests. Because if I was here talking to myself, I probably won't be able to do this show. Because I'll be rubbing in the mouth all day long, and I'll be like, ask me a question. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. So, like I said, this was the preview. We'll be back with this show. And like I'm gonna tell the guests right now, you all invite every time I do the underground wrestling underground party. You all invited. It'll probably be more like the same time. I'm gonna try to do it like at 11:05, probably a little earlier. But it's like as soon as what's the name of that show? Revenge. And so it starts. That's not what's funny, but I'm about to say that. Rampage. There we go. Oh my god! I guess you gotta think about monsters beating up buildings. Damn. Okay, I won't mess with AEW more. Sorry, I love you, AEW, but damn. Oh yeah, we did forget about the Adam Cole. Well, we don't have much time no more. Oh well. I think that was probably kind of bad of me because I'm supposed to be NXT and I forgot about the Adam Cole. Well, we can talk about that later. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, peoples. While I'm at it. See, you got anything going on for the rest of the week?
Things you might have missed SmackDown tomorrow.
And then Yeah.
That's all my plans.
Nothing wrong with that. No wrong. Jeff, you what you think? Yeah, sorry, Scott.
Yeah, we've got a SmackDown watch along tomorrow night, 7:30, and then after I don't even know how long, we finally bring back our weekly wrap up show on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have grievances, we'll have jokes, and we'll have C Wrestling heckling the hell out of Jesse.
I told you can't call them jokes anymore.
That's true. That's true.
Dale. Oh, sorry, Jesse. It is what it is. Make sure you guys go. Of course, go follow C Wrestling. Follow C Wrestling. Yeah, go follow me. Go follow C Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. I don't think he'd be on Instagram too much, but hey,
Literally never.
Yeah, literally. Make sure you guys go follow and make sure you go subscribe. You know it's getting late, right? Even for me. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her channel too, because she be doing her prediction shows. So make sure you guys when she can. Yep.
I have something else coming. I have things coming.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. Just saying.
Fish eggs.
Okay, people. By the way, I know I do this a lot, but I'm really saying this. I love this thumbnail. Don't judge me. So, like I said, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Once again, we'll be back here in October. The shows come back. I am excited to get the show going. Appreciate you guys. No matter what you guys do this weekend, make sure you guys go. Make sure you guys go watch the Insiders and C Wrestling this weekend. No matter what you guys do this weekend, and make sure you guys watch Sunday. Make sure you guys go watch Sunday the pay-per-view, please. No matter what you guys do one more thing, and treat the party, baby. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Oh yeah, peace. There you go.